He's telling you to relax, and then, you know, you have to do, like, poses when you're modeling. All the ones that suck are the ones like this, right. And the ones like this.
Did the voiceover for
I was a real nerd in school. People are probably like, oh yeah, right, but I really was. I read a lot, and I ran track. I was a runner. Like, if you would have told me that this would have been my path, I would not have believed you. I thought that I was going to be like a doctor or something. I still do. Like, I've decided that when I quit working, and this is the God honest truth, that I'm going to go back to school. And I really enjoyed being in the medical field, but I want to work as like a forensic scientist or a profiler. That's what I want to do.
Stay like that, looking here. Bring your chin a little more this way. Beautiful, beautiful. Just
when I was
like
a teenager, I was living in San Francisco, and I got discovered by a modeling scout, and I started modeling. And at 14, when I started, I hated it. I hated being in front of the camera. I hated being told what to do. I hated sitting still. I did not like having makeup on my face.
Yeah.
Now he's got me opening my mouth really wide. One trick about doing this, especially nudity, which I should have known, is the lines. I thought, you know, I don't want to be in people's guts. Like, I don't want to, you know, play with people's bodies. I want to be in front of the camera and make money, and so that's kind of how I ended up here. Remain nameless, but everybody knows what I'm talking about. He makes you sit naked, and he calls them butt cloths. And you have to sit on these like bed sheets so you don't get any wrinkles. They said, you know, we know that you did this girl-girl movie, and what do you think about doing a porn movie? What do you think about doing a boy-girl? What do you think about doing porn? And I said, well, what kind of porn would I do? And they said, well, you know, you would have sex on camera. And I said, can I do it with a guy? And it just makes you real shiny and real nice. And as you know, I have a lot of body to cover here, so. They handed me a photo album, and they said, why don't you pick from one of these guys? It was a movie by a guy named Andrew Blake. It was a beautiful movie. It was called Aroused. And we were wearing beautiful lingerie, and the makeup and the hair, everything was just beautiful. I had a great first experience. I walked into it more or less as a fantasy. I didn't walk into it more or less thinking, I really need the money and I should really do this as a job.
Right.
No, she's turned more.
You're turned a little more toward us. Like, pivot your toes. Bring your chin, right, yeah, straighten your head to me more. Right there, beautiful, beautiful, like that. And that hand.
There's a certain element of acting that goes in on camera sex because you have to remember in the back of your head, this is someone else is watching this. This is someone, you're replicating a fantasy.
This is beautiful, stay like this. We're gonna have.
Asia Carrera said something
right
really funny to me. She said, you know, I can't have sex at home unless I have cardboard cutouts of a crew lined up around my bed because I'm so used to having sex on camera.
Is that it?
A lot of the positions that you do on camera, you don't do at home. Who the fuck, you know,
Okay, look at me now.
has ever had sex on a rock?
Okay, how's that working? That's great, that's great.
There's this really bad position in the industry that we all call the pile driver. And I would demonstrate it right now, but I'm getting my hair done. You're laying face down on the ground with your legs over your head, so it looks like you're about to do a handstand, but backwards. And the guy's above you, having sex with you. It was so bad that I was laying there, and I was actually wondering if I should switch dry cleaners. I was going, well, should I go to the dry cleaner in Encino? Because the one in Reseda, like, I was not there. I was not there. Here's the guy, you know, having sex with me, and they actually had to tell me, Tera, you're not making any noise. And I was like, oh.
Which is this shot, your hands are kind of behind you a little bit. bring it over to you.
You know, you're in competition constantly with girls that are younger, with girls that are thinner, with girls that are prettier, and it's hard to be number one day and then the next day to be taken over by, you know, someone else. Like I said, it's such a competitive business and there's so much jealousy. Girls who say, oh, well, I'm really ugly. You can't think you're ugly when you're making $10,000 a day.
Just meter off of her right now, right?
Yeah.
My first award that I won was actually in France. I did a talk show with Tom Jones. I was treated like Princess Diana. I was treated like a regular, normal film star. And in Europe, there's no difference.
Okay, ready, everybody, go. And shoot them kind of right now.
I remember like going, why can't they do this in America? You know what I mean? Like, why is everyone so uptight? No, it does not turn me on to watch porn movies. What's funny is I had never even seen a porno before I had got into porn. I had never watched porn. I mean, I had seen like Spice TV, like just simulated like pretty girl stuff, but I had never actually seen like male-female penetration. And God, that sounded so clinical.
Can you just flash me for a second with that robe?
Oh, I get to be a streaker?
Yeah, there we go. That's it.
Oh, you gotta take some family
There's
pictures.
school bus running by.
All
All girls want to be porn stars. All girls do. It's the fantasy of, am I hot? Look at me at my nastiest. Look at me at my dirtiest.
convoluted.
I always say, look, I put it out there. Not for everybody, but you know, there's no going back for me.